Hello and welcome to the Lions Wide Podcast. I'm the equipment manager, Alejandro Zamora. And really, I shouldn't be interviewing you guys, but there was no one else left. So now here we are. And here I have the Dungeons and Dragons Club.
Hi, I'm Isaac.
I'm Ruben.
I'm Nickolas.
Alright, guys, welcome. And just for starters, what is Dungeons and Dragons? Because like someone like me, I've been around it, but I've never really been into it for real.
So Dungeons and Dragons is a tabletop role-playing game that uses a lot of literary and mathematics skills. So it's more than just a game, really. It takes a lot of just counting numbers, keeping track of information, and overall just having fun. But I feel like it's a really good game to have in a school.
You see, that's a lot of big words, and that sounds really boring.
It is really boring.
Because whenever you guys talk about it, it sounds so fun, but then like the fundamentals of Dungeons and Dragons is just so weak, I guess.
Yeah, see, like, I understand because, math, no one wants to do math when they're having fun, right? But after a certain point, it really becomes more about the story and pretending to be someone you're not. Or just expressing yourself as your truest extent, but really it's more about the role-playing than the math and storytelling.
I see, so it's, just role-playing. Tabletop role-playing, quite literally. How about you introduce your characters?
I don't have a character right now because I'm the Dungeon Master, so...
We'll get into that later.
Alright, well, my character's name is Chada Bob, and he's a barbarian. He's big, and I don't know, he just be swinging at stuff.
Oh, my character is Timothy Picklesworth. He's a dragonborn paladin. He's the leader of the DBO Dokkan Adventurers.
So, what is y'all's campaign right now, since you're the
Right,
master?
so we're actually nearing the end of it, where their journey started off in the tavern, and basically the premise is that there is this fairy tale about multiple dragons coming into the world, and it serves more as a prophecy than a fairy tale than people realize. So they've been on the hunt to either save or destroy these big dragons from falling into their own hands.
That sounds very interesting.
Yeah. It's been going on for about, I want to say 1.5 years right now, but
That is a really long campaign.
yeah, but it's on the longer side of campaigns. This was our first series project. We wanted to see how we could handle it.
Okay, and like you're finally reaching that end. How does that feel for you?
Right. As a dungeon master, I feel really accomplished. I feel like I've done a great job telling the story. And my players, obviously, they've done a great job adapting and playing into the roles that they're supposed to play in the story.
For the players, what type of challenges have you had to overcome in this campaign?
Well, one challenge I could say is a lot of our people like to just kill things. Some things that are more important than others, and I don't know, it's hard because like there's a set storyline and there's things that I know Isaac wants us to do, and then there's just people like Juan or Jason and they just decide to do something completely off the rails, and it sends us in the completely opposite direction.
But I do want to butt in real quick. I think part of being a dungeon master is being able to adapt to that. There is a set storyline that they should follow, but the people having fun aren't just me, it's also the players. If they choose to go off the rails, then it's my job to adapt to that as well and build the story around their choices.
So you surprise them as much as they surprise you.
Exactly.
What about you, Timothy?
It's like an anime, There's the main story, then there's a bunch of filler arcs in between. We're doing progress for one day, and the next day, we're fighting demigorgons. Something fake, something fantastic, I would say.
Speaking of filler, I would say there was a 2-month period where they just spent inside a prison. Real life months.
We ended up like meeting a crazy guy. His name was Joe. We just call him Crazy Joe. Was he autistic?
Yeah. No, he's a messiah.
Now he's a messiah.
He was nonverbal, and he is now part of Islam.
Part of Islam.
Yeah.
What a leap. Like, how does the prison, like, were they just like incels, like day in, day out? Or, like...
It was, for some of them, they were incels. They could still act out and communicate with people. But for a majority of the players, they just, it was more so a confined area that they were allowed to explore and delve into. Like, they could go to the courtyard and meet people on the field, or they could start talking to guards inside the prison cell.
Well, since we're kind of in the topic of filler arcs, I want to know what's y'all's favorite filler arcs that y'all have gone through.
I'd probably have to say the arc where we ended up pushing like a little girl and her entire family down a hole. And that was my favorite mainly because this little girl was like kind of annoying. She ended up having peg legs by the end of it, and I think she died, right?
Yes, she died.
Which, at first we weren't trying to hurt her, but there's this thing in Isaac's campaign where like if you tell somebody to go get a job, they'll have a heart attack. So we did that, and her father had a heart attack. Her mom came, tried to shoot us. We removed her from the equation. The same thing with the little girl. She got. Somebody else want to say something?
I'd say my favorite was probably the prison. I didn't do much. I was in solitary confinement.
What you do to get in there?
I threatened the judge, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Why?
He said he was going to keep us locked up, and I told him I was going to escape. So
it's in his character's nature.
But he's just a what is it, a rebel? You're a rebel?
A little bit.
You're a bad boy?
A little bit. I do what's right. What I think is right.
What do you think is right? What is your moral compass?
We need to listen to the wizard Aizuhan, first of all. But, with this group of misfits, I don't think we're going to... I'm surprised we've gotten this far, actually. We had a lot to overcome.
Okay, let's say there was a kitten in a box under a bridge. I was hungry. What are you doing in that scenario?
Well, I would look to my son. I have a son. And I would see what he would want to do and how he would react. If he wants to save it, we'll save it. If he doesn't, then we won't save it at all.
So you prioritize your son?
Over everybody in the group.
Is that to a detriment to the rest of them?
So far, not, no.
Oh, wow.
Like, there's never been a situation where, like, we've had to pick between the both of them. Or, like, his son and a random, just, like, character.
How did you get your son?
We found him.
You just found him?
Yeah,
like on the street?
We found a dragon egg before he was hatched. He's pretty small. He's like 5 foot tall, 5 foot wide. He's like a block.
It's like a cute.
Yeah.
It's like that one Ice Cube dragon
Exactly.
from Dragon City.
He's my favorite.
He's your favorite?
He's my favorite.
But I thought dragons were the main.
Yeah, so D&D has their own lore that you can follow for campaigns. But for us, we try to branch out into allowing more like creative liberties when it comes to our campaigns. So yeah, in D&D, dragons are these very powerful and manipulative beings who they're bent on destruction. But in my campaign, they're more so just a force of nature right now that can be utilized.
So now that your campaign is coming to the end, what's the next step for the D&D club?
Well, we're gonna have Ruben here start up a campaign of his own, so I can start playing too.
What's your campaign called?
It's actually a really long name. I kind of forget it. It's actually the name of a sword that Mr. Davis, the teacher that kind of runs the entire club, told us about. I can't remember it off the top of my head, but it's like 7 words long. So, yeah.
Okay, well, I think we're running out of time, right? Well, now that we're out of time, I guess, yeah, that's it. I guess.
Toodles.